morning. Welcome back to another Bolts analysis. I'm your host, Chris. I've just woken up. We're looking at the Tampa Bay Lightning in the NHL, and these go to 11. Yes, it's a franchise record. It's another win. Just about. Colorado Avalanche 3, Tampa Bay Lightning 4 in Colorado. With the overtime winner to Nikita Kucherov and Nathan MacKinnon. Kind of from hero to zero a little bit, because he was definitely part of the reason that Colorado got back in this game and stayed in this game, but that overtime winner is going to haunt him. Go back to the start, and I thought that this was a great game, especially as a neutral. This is a fantastic game, end to end. Kind of harsh that someone had to lose it. If we could, I'd just say, when it gets to the end of the regulation, listen, you're both good, point each, go home, that's fine, everyone's happy. Doesn't work that way, sadly, someone does have to win it, them's the rules. Colorado's power play, we could learn a thing or two from that, it made us look silly. Burakovsky found out front, and it was like he just waltzed in, and everyone sort of went, who are you? You're not MacKinnon. You're not Landeskog. You're not Rantanen. You're... that guy. Yeah, the Washington Capitals. Yeah, he's in Colorado now. Yeah, that's our bad. So that's 1-0. And we have a couple of good looks, but Francis is looking pretty solid as it gets to the second period. And then all of a sudden, we start to really click. And it's not a power play, but it kind of feels like one, the way we're sort of like knocking it about in their zone. And eventually we find Killorn. He's completely, unchallenged. He's got a wide open cage. That's 1-1. And then Gaunce, first NHL goal. Woo! First of the season at least. Great shot. But if I'm Colorado, I'm not pleased, because it's just kind of a sort of lazy attempt at a clearance off the boards, and it doesn't work. It goes straight to Gaunce, and all he has to do, there's a screen, he just hits it first time, that's 2-1. Really good determination on the third goal, we make it 3-1, as Point manages to get it forward, and it looks like it's been dealt with, but it hasn't quite, it is loose, and Stamkos is like, no, I'm gonna get it. Falling down, manages to convert 3-1. Game over? Against a lot of teams, I would have said, that would have knocked the stuffing out of them. Colorado are not one of those teams. Colorado are a very good team. It would not surprise me if Colorado end up being the team from the Western Conference that makes the Stanley Cup final. And they came back pretty hard, and of course MacKinnon scored, because that's what he does. And Nichushkin then in the third period managed to tie it up thanks to Cale Makar. I said it before, I said it again. Rookie of the year. If it's not Quinn Hughes, it's going to be him. So, maybe we could have stopped them getting back into it, but I don't know. It's difficult to win every single game. At some point, the effort will be good, but you can't just, you're just going to come up against a team that's got your number. And Colorado very nearly did get our number. It was close, but eventually it comes to overtime. We can't settle it. It ended up being 27 shots and goal each. That's how even this game was. But Arthur McElhaney, shout out to him, made some great saves in overtime. MacKinnon has it and then turns right into Kucherov. Just as, of all the people to give it to, from a Colorado perspective, if we were to turn it over to MacKinnon, you'd be like, oh, of all the people. Likewise, MacKinnon, of all the people you could have given it to, you give it to Kucherov. You give it to Kuch, and he's away. He's down the home stretch. MacKinnon is desperately trying to get back, but even MacKinnon can't catch him. And it goes through, and it is a goal? Yes? Lights on? Yes, it's a goal. It's a goal. It took them a while, but it was a goal. He 5-holes Ransu. That's 4-3 overtime winner. Woo! Whew. Get your breath back. Where does that leave us? So we're on 85 points after 60 games. I'll take that. 40 wins. Yeah, more wins than Boston, still fewer points. Because Boston, I feel are tougher to beat. Still, I would still say that. If it came to a playoff series between us and Boston now, I still feel like Boston would have a slither of an edge, just enough. But we'll see. We're a point behind them. We're keeping the race going. It's entertaining. I still feel like they might, just have a bit too much for us. They might finish first, but hey, we're pushing them all the way, and that's good. We're also 15 points ahead of Toronto. That's very good. And we're 17 points ahead of Florida, but credit to the Panthers, they did go to San Jose last night and they won 5-3. So it's not us that should be feeling nervy about that. It's these guys. Toronto really needed to beat Buffalo the night before. They didn't. And now they have to go to Pittsburgh and try and get a win there. Good luck. We just about managed it, but we had to sort of give everything and we lost a few guys to injury. So, yes, not an easy task for Toronto. A good win for Florida, and I feel like they might sort of be getting back on the horse. We'll see how that California road trip works out for them. Other than that, there wasn't a huge amount of movement in the Atlantic. There was more movement in the Western Conference. I actually managed to see quite a lot of the Arizona-New York Islanders game. Islanders look like they're in a bit of bother. That's 3 losses on the road. That's 1 goal in 3 games. It wasn't that Arizona were particularly good. It's just the Islanders didn't seem to want to score. They did, but they left it late, and it was... there's problems there for me. And they're certainly not entertaining. I mean, it's all right being sort of a bit dull if you win, but if you're a bit dull and you lose, bad combo. And the Flames beat the Ducks. That was an entertaining one. If only that one had been live on Free Sports or on the app, that would have been a great game to watch. 6-4. Bonkers. But that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. We are next playing Vegas, but that's not until Thursday night. It's a couple of days. We've got a couple of days off. And then it's against Vegas, which will be a tricky one. But thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Chris. Stay tuned for another Bolts analysis. And remember, you can give it to Cooch, but don't do that if you're the opponent. Nathan.